Welcome back. I am so excited to see you all again. If you saw my last video, you saw that I went thrifting. As you can see, I had so much fun thrifting, and I was happy that Sean was able to come along too. This isn't a huge haul, but it's very eclectic. Definitely a variety of things here. No one category for everything, but that's kind of the way I like my thrift hauls. So to start this haul, I would like to share some kitchen items with you. Many of you know the reason why we moved to this house was because we needed more space, and our old house didn't have a dining area, and our home sort of becomes like the go-between. We have many holidays are celebrated here, birthday parties, things like that, and it was at our old house, and we were having such a hard time fitting people in there, and because it was a small cape, and we just had a really hard time fitting people there. All of that to say, I like to collect kitchen items because I'm starting to really enjoy entertaining, and I feel like I could do a whole separate video about it, but since we have our dining space now, I feel like I'm starting to get into a routine. Like I have certain pieces that I always reach for. Oh, hi Finn, you wanna come up and be in the video? We have a little visitor. Look, come here, baby. Here's Finn. He just wanted to jump up and be in the video. You okay? You gonna go look out the window? Okay, you can go look out the window. So I'm definitely starting to get better at hosting, and I shared a recent thrift haul where I found a bunch of fabric napkins and tablecloths, and that was mainly for the holidays. I'll make sure to link that video above in case you'd like to check it out. So all of that to say, I'm definitely finding that there are some things we need still, and you know, serving trays and things like that. So I found some really fun items for hosting and for bringing food to other places. It'll make sense when I share it with you. So the first thing I found is this trifle dish or trifle bowl. I'm not exactly sure what you would call it. I think this is so beautiful. It's got that cut glass on the bottom, and it's really, really tall, as you can see it next to my head. It's really tall, and it's just a really pretty design, and I've been looking for something like this just to be able to. Trifles seem like a pretty easy dessert to make, and although I'm getting better at entertaining, I don't feel that I'm actually getting better at cooking. And so one of my goals is to get better at cooking and baking and making food that doesn't taste like nothing. So definitely having this trifle dish seems like a great way to make some easy desserts and also some really pretty desserts because you get to see all the layers. So this was $3.99, and I don't think it was half off that day. It does have a chip or two in it, but I'm not really too concerned about it. The next things I found are so fun, and I did not expect to pick them up. And do you know how sometimes when you're at the thrift store, at least at the Salvation Army, they have the clothing racks, and then on top of it, they have a shelf, and that's where they'll put like themed things for Thanksgiving or for Christmas. So I found these in that section, and at first I thought it was just like a bag of like sparkly beads, but then upon closer inspection, I'm just gonna rip the bag open, they are napkin rings. I think these are so fun. Let me get it a little closer. I think these are so fun and so pretty. They could be perfect for Valentine's Day or for Christmas or even for fall. I love the color. They're coming across a little more red than they actually are. They are definitely red, but they're a little more muted than that. But they are definitely bendable, so you can, you know, make them look a little more full when you actually set them up. But I thought these were so pretty. I'm definitely looking for napkin rings and different ways to entertain. Like I said, I'll link that video so you guys can see some of the other napkin rings I found, but I was really excited that I found them. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, either 7 or 8. And all together, they were $3. So I thought that was a pretty good deal. I think they're really, really pretty, and I'm excited to use them to set up for the holidays. And yeah, I mean, the holidays are really far away, but at the same time, you can never be too prepared too early. Then the next thing I found, I have always loved the idea of a potluck, and there's just something so genuine and kind about preparing a dish and bringing it to share with everyone. And I've always loved that camaraderie and that idea of everyone brings something to pass and you know, brings everyone together, gives people different ideas of what things that they could make. And so I've always loved the idea of being able to bring things to different people's houses and to different potlucks. And so I found these 2 Tupperware containers. I'm really excited about it. So they're both the Rubbermaid brand, and I want to say they were both $2.99, but this first one is a circular one, It has a lid, and then on the inside, this is definitely for veggies. I think it's just a really neat way to prepare your own veggie tray. You know, you can definitely find veggie trays at Walmart or your local grocery store, but they're so expensive. You can find a good deal on veggies. You can definitely save a lot of money by preparing your own, and that way it's catered to exactly the tastes of the people that are going to be there. And so yeah, I just really love this container. And then the second one, I think is more like for fruit, just because it seems more like a fruit server. Just thinking of what the trays typically look like at the store. I mean, they could definitely be used for either, but I'm actually not going to open it because there's definitely something sticky on the inside of it that I need to clean. But I thought for $3 they were a pretty good deal, and these are both called Serving Savers, S-E-R-V-I-N apostrophe, Servant Savers. So I thought those were a really great deal. Then the next thing I found I was really excited about, I know I'm talking a lot right now, guys, but I feel like I need to catch up with you, so that's probably why. My mom has been a seamstress for as long as I can remember, and so I've been around sewing my entire life. And when I started learning to sew, I wasn't formally taught. I would always watch my mom sew, and my grandmother was part of like a quilting committee type thing where they would go to the church that she went to, and they would have, I think they called them the quilting ladies or something like that. But they would go and they would work on quilts together, and I would go when I was a kid. They would give me a thimble and a needle and thread and a little piece of fabric to work on. So I've always, and I remember doing that when I was like 3 or 4. So I've always been around sewing. I've always loved sewing and knitting and crocheting. But I'm not a master at any of those things. I'm not even like middle skilled at those things yet. So definitely goals moving forward. But I have always wanted to have a serger, and my mom has had one. It's like a monster. She's had it forever. It's so big. And so when I was at the thrift store last week, I found this, and it is a tiny serger. It's called the Singer Tiny Serger. Isn't it adorable? It's so tiny, as the name says. It's just like the perfect size. My mom used it and she was like, it's not bad. I mean, it's not great by any means, but it's definitely something you can use and get, you know, while you're learning how to use a serger. This was $14.99, which is a little more than I typically spend on something like this, but I'm excited to have it and start to learn how to use it. Now that I'm working in the craft room, I can't wait to have it have its own little spot next to my sewing machine, which I need to buy a new needle for because I broke my needle when I was making that Belle costume. I'll link that video above in case you'd like to check it out. So I'm really excited to have it and to learn how to use it, and I thought for $15 that was a pretty good deal. Now I have some clothing and shoes I want to share with you, and I'll show you the shoes first because they're right at my feet. So the first pair is a pair of boots that I found, and I really like them. They're like a faux suede. They do have a little mark on them, but I think that's okay. They were $4.99, and they were not half off, or they might have been half off, but I like them because they have a stretchy side to them, and they are the brand, oh, they're Old Navy. So I've been looking for some ankle boots that are low. I have like knee-high boots right now. I have some really high-heeled ankle boots, but these seem to be a little more comfortable for walking the halls at school that I do every day. I walk like 10,000 steps a day. So I picked those up for $5. I thought that was a good deal. Then for the warmer weather, I found these boots, little booty type things. They're Mossimo, and they were $3.99. These might have been half off. I honestly can't remember. They are a size 8, and I'm typically a size 7, but I thought that these actually fit me pretty well, and I don't know if it's because they're open. Couldn't see myself wearing a 7 in these. My foot fit this perfectly. So these were $3.99, maybe half off, maybe not half off, and I just really liked the look of them, the open toe, the open ankle, really. I think this would be really fun in the spring and in the summer. So now I'm going to share with you some clothing, and let's just start with what's right next to me. I found this really pretty blue dress. It's the brand Max Studio, and I wouldn't typically wear something like this, but I just thought it was really cool. So it has all of these layers on it. I think it probably is meant to go like off the shoulders, but I thought this could be really pretty to wear, you know, if we are able to go on a vacation sometime, you know, out to a nice dinner. I love this deep, deep blue. It's one of my favorite colors. This was $5.99. I thought this was really pretty. I'm not ready to wear it right now, but hopefully sooner than later I will be. I found this next dress. It's definitely vintage. It was $6, but it's this faux velvet. And it's definitely like not an off the shoulder, but a little more dramatic, like opening to the top. It has rhinestones just embellished all over it. It's probably going to be mid shin on me. It definitely wouldn't fit me right now, I don't think, but that's okay. I just thought it was really, really quite fun and like just sparkly, you know? You don't see many things from that time frame that were like bedazzled, and I just think it's really cool. I also love, like, one of my favorite things are old antique like vintage zippers because they're so thick and they're so strong. I'm not afraid of breaking out of something like this, you know? I'm not afraid of the zipper breaking. The front, it's kind of hard to see right now. The back scoop's just slightly lower than the front, but again, this could be so pretty out to dinner. There's some definite stuff on it. I don't know what, but we'll have to see. It needs a straight up lint brush, but it almost feels like the night sky to me. I don't know, I just think it's gorgeous. And I love velvet, faux velvet. And then I found a couple other pieces yesterday. So the first thing I found is this black long dress, buttons all the way down. I could see myself, it has like a collar, it's almost like a polo dress. I could see myself wearing this with like tennis shoes in the spring and just being like super comfortable, maybe a cardigan to go with it. It was $8 and half off, but I just thought it's like a fun little piece, you know, casual, nothing too fancy. I kind of don't know why I got this dress, but at the same time I do know why I got this dress. It might be a little big on me. I might have to take it in a little bit just on the sides, but it reminds me of those old cupcake dolls. Do you remember those dolls that like their dresses would like fold up on them? That's kind of what this reminds me of. It's short sleeve on the top, definitely see-through because I can see you guys right now. But it has layers on the bottom. And I don't know, I like the idea of this with a pair of tights, you know, and some boots, maybe a denim jacket, maybe a cardigan with it. This was $4, so that made it only $2, which is kind of nice. Then I found this dress, which I feel like I have this dress, but I definitely don't have it in this color, in this exact style. I know that I don't have this dress. So this is the brand Abercrombie & Fitch. I've never had anything of Abercrombie & Fitch before. So just a typical A-line dress with a collar. It's a blackish gray almost with stripes. It has that, like, you see like the lines in it. It's a textured material. Long sleeve, and as I said, it's like A-line. I like the look of A-line dresses. I think they're comfortable. I like having pieces like this to layer. The one thing I kind of actually like is that typically pieces like this have pockets. This one doesn't, and I appreciate that because sometimes the pockets make you look bigger at an area that maybe you don't want to look bigger at. And the last two things are two shirts. This first one was $5 and half off. It's the brand Max Studio. It's a white and olive green striped top with some bell sleeves. I can see myself wearing this in the spring, you know, just with a pair of khakis to school. Comfortable. It has a little bit of a cutout on the side, not a lot, but again, I just like having pieces that have little touches like this, you know, that are just like, that piece has a little bit of interest to it. So this was $2.50. And the last one I think is really fun. I think it's a True. That's a Walmart brand, I think, TRU. It was $4 and half off, but it's this denim top that is like a little cupcake top, like that dress. I am so happy to have this. I just think it's super cute. I couldn't leave this behind. It might be a tad small on me right now. I love this design. I don't know, I just think it's so sweet and just gives like a little like fun accent to your wardrobe. So, did I already say how much that was? It was $4 and half off. And that's it for this thrift haul and shop with me series. I hope you enjoyed seeing everything that I found. If you guys have been going thrifting, let me know in the comments below what kind of stuff you've been finding. Let me know what kind of stuff you're on the lookout for. Now that we're in our new home, I'm trying to find home decor and, you know, different things to decorate some spots in our home that we need to tackle. Home organization is another big thing. Let me know what kind of stuff you guys are looking for. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. I love sharing thrifting videos and crafting and DIY. So if you like those topics too, please subscribe below. Help me reach my goal of 90,000 subscribers. Please check out my blog at thriftedlivingblog.com. Please follow me on Instagram at thriftedliving, and if you don't have an Instagram but would like to stay up to date with what I'm doing, you can follow me on Facebook at Thrifted Living page. Please like, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!